Came rushing out of the line, that was Shibasaki, so a chance for Toya. The 20-year-old first gamer, linking with Dominic Young, down the touchline, the loping strides of Dom Young will yield the first try.
There's been a lot of talk about this young man, Robert Toya. He had an ACL reconstruction a couple of years ago. And he gets his chance in the top grade here tonight. And fortune favours the brave. The Roosters using the football coming out of their own end. Harvey Norman replay. The ball goes through that man, Victor Radley, that Joey spoke about. And then the pass from Chad Townsend. Just a little cutout to Robert Toya. Bang off his right foot and then sets up Dom Young. And once he gets in a bit of space, he's hard to run down. Yeah, for the Roosters, they strike.
The bunker may look at something here. The creative players they're going to have till 3/4 of the way through the season.
Watson slipping the pass to Focchetti, 5 metres away, got the play playing short to Sandon Smith, who's crashed over.
Yeah, known as a ball player, Sandon Smith, but he just sees space here and he turns himself into a runner. And Cody Walker does this brilliantly on the try line. When your dummy half gets out and you're a ball player, you turn into a runner. You see him there, the number 6. He actually zipped from the right-hand side all the way over to the left, and he saw the space. Harvey Norman replay.
The interesting thing is how they juggle the spine, how they juggle the halves.
Robert Toya, catch and pass. Young! There was some defenders getting across in a hurry.
He grounds it,
cover.
It's just whether he was in the touch.
Try according to Jared Sutton, and we'll have further inspection via the bunker perhaps.
That's his second prolific try scorer the last couple of years at the Knights and the Chooks last year. Harvey Norman replay. Once again, catch and pass on the outside as Dominic Young get the ball down before he goes out. Once again, Robert Toya, nice catch and pass. We've seen the right foot step and the footwork. It's time to catch and pass. Oh, I don't know if he's got hold of that ball. There's the... I think... Freddie, what do you reckon?
I'm saying he slid out first. The ball just goes up there. It looks like his backside goes out. They found a good player in the centre, Robert Toya.
Smith to Crichton. Smith to the one underneath to Larsay. The Roosters capitalise on a rare error for Penrith, and he's been another shining light for the Roosters. Last week he was strong and he gets their first try tonight.
Well, this is a good old-fashioned shift. No block play, just goes half back to 5'8" with the standard pass. Harvey Norman replay, catch pass early to 5'8", finds Angus Crichton, offload, dummy, and he goes through. Nawanga Nitawase. He's an athlete.
Well, they're certainly full of enthusiasm. The Roosters are playing with real speed at the moment. Siwa Wong. Stopped desperately by Sorensen. And it came Cole to finish it off. Watson! Connor Watson scored. The Roosters lead the game.
All week for the Penrith players everywhere they go. In Penrith, without doubt, people are telling him it's going to be a big win. You're going to have a big win. Harvey Norman replay. This another drop. Dylan Edwards, you never see that. And Lindsay Smith, yeah, he hits the back there of Tedesco, so he'll be off for a HIA. And then Connor Watson, simple, catches, dummy, surges, and goes over. Powerfully built.
A late acquisition by the Roosters. Nice ball to Rangani Kawase for Tupou, the flying put down. Brilliant work. Try number 165 in his glittering career. The Roosters are back ahead.
Yeah, nice play here. It goes wide and they hit. Is it Angus Crichton or is it? There's the drop ball, just gets the jump totally wrong. And this left side's humming. For the Roosters, they'll go wide. Harvey Norman replay. Townsend across to Mark. And then Tedesco plays the 2-on-1. When they hit the centre here, Nwanga Nidawase, it stops the outside men coming up and in, cutting it off. Nice play, but once again, for drop bomb, you see lucky that side. It's going to build. Big danger there.
And there's danger right now. They've gone through. Tedesco, Connor Watson gives the Roosters the front straight out of half time.
Well, there's nothing special here. It's just a standard shift. And in the end, there's 3 defenders, 3 attackers. Tedesco's speed gets on the outside of Jack Cole. Harvey Norman replay. You can see it coming. Look, they're holding. They get across. Nothing doing. Horrible defence. They had them covered. 3 attackers, 3 defenders, and just a couple of cold misses. This will show it here. Nothing happening. Stands him still.
12 away. Tackle 5. Sandon Smith, Chad Townsend, James Tedesco. They've got them shot again. Tupou with a second try. They will not go away.
It's anything can happen Friday. Anything can happen Friday. Those Roosters that have decided to come out into the Golden West in the heat to support their team that were bedraggled last week are having the time of their lives. Aren't they delivering tonight? Great try. Harvey Norman replay. The Roosters hit the front again.
They pulled them apart on the edge. Tupou nearly slips and goes over the dead ball, but once again, the edge defence. Nathan Cleary goes in, and
Rarely have they been dismissed out of hand as a winning chance before tonight. Look at this, they're lined up everywhere. Away to Sandon Smith, they've missed him. Sandon Smith sprints away, it's another Rooster try.
wow.
You can hardly believe what you're seeing.
And once again, the left side. Nwanga Nitawase gets the ball in space, and watch the work. Digs into the line. Harvey Norman replay. Great ball, Sandon Smith. Gets into the line and finds a pass once again to Tupou. Angus Crichton on the inside. Sandon Smith, he's been sensational. Gets away from Nathan Cleary and Dylan Edwards. Goes over. This will show it beautifully here.
Well, that's being courageous. That's what rugby league's all about. Being brave, being fearless from your own end of the field. Don't worry about the reputations of your opposition. We've got our nose in front. Let's play with some house money. Spread the ball to the left early in the tackle count. Find them out and go the distance. Now, get that into you.
Freddie.
9 metres away. It's hard to think of a bigger upset in the last several years. Young stretching out. He's got the try. The Roosters have won it.
Not only won it, pulling away. I really can't believe it. This has been some win. And the captain, James Tedesco, he's wound back the clock. He's been at everything tonight. Harvey Norman replay. Ball will go wide. Bit of variation. Luke Tedesco gets on the outside and frees up the Englishman. Dominic Young, he goes over once again.
Well, this is a great lesson for rugby league fans. Never give up on your team. You would have been disappointed last week and you're thinking going out to the Golden West, it's hot, they're playing the defending premiers. Not many have braved coming out here for the game, but those who have, just look at them dancing in the aisles here in the grandstand.
He's off the field after 20 this week. Watson, Leniu, good footwork. Suspect little pass perhaps there from Connor Watson, but he got away with it. There's Watson again. Now White! And it's a try to White. The Roosters strike first here in Auckland, and it's the Kiwis prop who does it.
He was terrific last year in the black and white jumper. He is big, he is strong, He is brutal, and that's all he has been tonight for his side. Very direct through the middle third of the park. He's been hard to contain. He's been causing a little momentum. That was his partner in crime there, Spencer Lenio, going first. And he says, you know what, give me the ball.
Lees Haas has been good on that right edge with Campbell. Now the short side, Smith, cut out ball, Nwanga Nituasi. He is big and powerful, and it was a lovely ball to him from Sandon Smith. Found him in space, and he crashes through for first points.
Well, they've looked the most likely. They've already made a couple of clean breaks straight away. Nwanga Nituasi scores the try, but look at the way he hits the ball at speed, the cutout pass. They used that time Crichton as a decoy. I think they got engaged in Crichton running through as the decoy. One-on-one miss. And you're right, he's a big, strong fella, isn't he? Nwanga Nituasi is the first to score for the Roosters. They've looked the most likely.
It's Radley, comes out to Townsend. First man option was Wong, wrapping, Radley heaves it across the top. Play on, here for Young, who spins. He got the ball down. It looked like it was on the line, and the referee agrees.
Well, I don't know how they didn't pick up the forward pass. Just have a look at Victor Radley, the way he passes the football. He spins around. I'm sure it goes forward. Be interesting to see it again. Radley gets the ball at the back here. What's this? Well, you can even see the position of his hands. He's facing the wrong way to pass the ball to start with. Anyway, they've given it to him. That ball ends up where it left his hands. Anyway, the Roosters are in. Finally, it's been scrappy to start the second half.
It was a close one in the background there. Bo Fermor appealing to the referee saying forward pass, but the Titans around him, nobody reacted there once Young planted the ball down saying, sir, what about the pass from Victor Radley? So too tight to call from our position here, and again on the replay there, unless you had a ball right, a camera rather, right in line with the pass, very tough to tell there. So Young with work to do here at the end.
Takes them inside the Westpac red zone. Sandon Smith again. Dynamic. And Sandon Smith, what a moment! Straight through 4 of them for the opening try.
Well, that was too easy. All the ball in the field position. Then with the bunnies, and how often do you see this? First time a team gets down there. Harvey Norman replay. And this is too easy. These dummies, goes through. That was just arm grabs there. Each 3 players. It was terrible defence.
Well, it's just confidence from this young man too.
Slips out of one tackle. Nice pass on the outside for Feketi. Billy Smith, welcome back to the NRL stage. All of that injury, heartbreak, and now he gives the Roosters the lead and a call.
There's some of the offloads of really troubling the bunnies in the middle of the field. This time was another offload, and then the ball goes wide off this offload. Harvey Norman replay. Tedesco gets out a dummy half, gets into the backfield. And the ball goes to Billy Smith. We know he's been out. Horrendous run with injury. And so good for the local junior.
Go left or right. Townsend, Tedesco, it's the lead runner. Oh, lovely pass. Dom Young off Siwa Wong, and the Roosters in a dominant position now.
A nice pass, Tedesco. This young tearaway, Siwa Wong. Birthday boy, 22nd birthday.
He's giving out the gifts.
Harvey Norman replay. Beautiful short pass here from Tedesco. Siwa Wong.
Last play, Roosters.
Tony Staggs called out of it.
And
oh, what a take! Walsh was underneath it. Billy Smith has taken it and scores the opening try. The Roosters. Wow, Billy Smith is in.
Up you go, Billy Smith. I was watching Billy Smith chase his kick. He was the lone chaser. I think he was the only one onside. And he was just loping along. I thought, is he going to make a play for this? Harvey Norman replay. And he just sort of lopes along at his own pace. And then at the last seconds, he just leaps from a mile away. Reece Walsh doesn't come up with anything. Gets nothing on the ball.
There's a run from Leniu.
On the line, Payne, wait. Go to.
Now Watson. Tedesco with a kick. It's a really good kick. Oh, Billy Smith didn't have much room to work with, but he did it really well to drag the ball in, plant it down. He gets his second and we're all locked up. That was beautiful.
Well, 2 tries to the Roosters, 2 tries to Billy Smith. Chasing kicks down. This one here, he may have outdone his first attempt. Harvey Norman replay. Lovely vision here by James Tedesco. No fullback at home. Just have a look at that F there by Billy Smith. Oh, beautiful. The timing.
Well, that's not easy for a big, tall man so close to the dead ball line. And particularly given
Billy Smith. There's Smiths everywhere.
Release now! All the way back.
And Smith will play it. Another set restart. Connor Watson. Lovely pass. Crichton! The Roosters are in. They extend their lead.
Well, that's the threat of Connor Watson. Just watch his speed out of dummy half here. He picks the quick play of the ball. Very close to the Broncos try line. Harvey Norman replay. There it is. Set restart. You got Payne Haas. He's laid up off the ground. Picked the quick play of the ball. Found that little bit of space in behind the ruck. And Reynolds, well, he was always going to find it hard there to stop Angus Crichton. Big man, close to the line. Oh, it's Cobbo, sorry.
it's beautifully timed.
Fahu White. In a great second stint. Watson running onto a Butcher. Has he got there? He sure has. Bounces off the upright and scores a try for the Roosters. Well done, Nat Butcher.
Yeah, he's had an outstanding game tonight, Butcher. And that was just sheer weight of possession for the Roosters. Couple of set restarts in a row. Harvey Norman replay. Well, that goes way back downfield to where Tedesco made the line break. Great chase back by Katoni Staggs. He made a couple of tackles in a row. But as I said before, it was just sheer weight of possession.
Liam Henry was important there. Now swung to the open. Sandon Smith. Tedesco. Nwaganita was there. Then the flick. Tupou in the corner. Incredible start from the Roosters.
Well, that's exactly what they needed, the Roosters faithful. They needed an early try to put pressure on this Penrith team, and they've come up with a magnificent shift to the left-hand side. The passing here was immaculate then. Out in front, on the chest. Beautiful stuff from the Roosters. Harvey Norman replay will show us. Smith gets across field, out to Tedesco, out to Nwaganita, and then the flick pass on to Tupou. Has he scored, Dan?
Let's just make sure. The Nwaganita back after a couple of weeks. Things happen around that young man. And that's going to need a different angle. That's close. Well, he's one of the great finishers we've seen, Daniel Tupou. You would imagine he's got it down, but now on the Fox Ultra we inspect. Try confirm.
Yes, there he is.
Whole back line is on the left here of this scrum. And now they break to the short side. Little out. Toya is going to score. It's shades of Barber in the 2016 grand final. Some simplicity, but some beauty. And the Roosters out of nowhere get their second.
What a superb scrum move from the Roosters. They've been practicing this one all pre-season, and they finally get a chance to roll it. They've seen this play over and over again. Not the reverse play, the one where everyone comes, they all fall.
Sandon Smith into the line. Savala, Tedesco, great hands again. Tupou down the left-hand wing, steps inside, and Sandon Smith with the first try on Anzac Day, and the Roosters have come racing out of the blocks.
Well, Brad Fittler spoke about a little bit slippery. You can see the mud on the back of the jerseys, but watch the hands here. Sandon Smith, watch how far he digs into the line. Harvey Norman replay, and then it's just beautiful hands. Billy Smith to Tupou. He gets around. Sandon Smith, he started it, and he'll finish it. Great ball playing from the 5'8". Look at that, right into the line. Ball out.
Radley for Smith. Sandon to Billy Smith. Billy from one side to the other. It was a pressure pass, but the outside Dragons defence have all come off the wing, and it's left a passage for Marky Mark.
Oh, he's explosive, isn't he? He didn't have much room to work in here, but he's explosive.
Harvey Norman replay, change of angles here. I love this play, where they come back, change the angles, but find a pass. Valentine Holmes once again comes up out of the line. The ball goes to Marky Mark, and he could have been anything.
Oh, a hand on that. And it's bounced back towards the Roosters, and Smith stands up Gutherson and points to the sky as he dashes away to score.
Here's an E growing as a playmaker, Sandon Smith. Said before, he's got the 6 on his back, but he's the main playmaker. What happens here? Look for an inside pass, Harvey Norman replay. Who goes for the intercept? What?
Jacob Little.
It hits him on the chest. I don't think he even goes for an intercept. And everyone stops. And Sandon Smith, he just accelerates away and then didn't even dummy. He is having some game, Sandon Smith.
Well, there's a little bit of fortune in that, but I like the idea that they're trying to turn the ball back inside. Little made a grab at the ball. Sandon Smith didn't have to fake much there. Gutherson was already headed off to the support player, and that's a big moment. Big moment.
Played that really well. So fast out of dummy half. Here's a chance. It's another great opportunity into the backfield. A dummy around Blake Steed. Steed sprints away to score on his Anzac Day debut. What a try to the young fella.
Well, he was watching Sandon Smith earlier. He watched what Sandon Smith did in the first half to Clint Gutherson. He got into the backfield, support runner on his outside, and he thought to himself, will Clint Gutherson go with me or him? I know what happened in the first half. Harvey Norman replay. Out of dummy half, Zach Docker-Clay. Beautiful support play. He's thinking. Dummy. Oh, yes. He took it again. Can you believe it? He took it again. For me. Why would he take a dummy off me? I'm a forward.
Brett Kenny-like. Freddie.
Now, I know Blake Stu well. He's a good mate of my son's. A couple of months ago, he actually saved his dad's life. Swam a couple of kilometres across the ocean and went and got help and saved his dad. There hasn't had much chance this year or since playing to show what he's about. But he is what Anzac Day is all about. He's a bloke that just shows courage and spirit.
Zavala playing on. Sandon Smith back on the field. They rushed him, and it opens up. He throws it on the boot. Zavala trying to get through. It's a try to Teddy. He's got another Anzac Day 4-pointer.
Was there another dummy in there? I'm sure there was. Bit of ad-lib footy and the key players playing together. Sandon Smith, what a day out he's having. Just back on the field, nice and fresh. Harvey Norman replay, last play. Step. Dummy. And then gets in the backfield. Manufactures a kick. And look who's there, Tedesco. And you come out to pressure the kickers.
The Dragons have a Saturday night clash against the West Tigers. He's over for another one, Teddy.
Well, how's he score here?
Because he never, ever gives up.
Well, there's 3 defenders on him. He gets out of dummy half. Does he beat down this corridor here? Leilua's there, is he? Harvey Norman replay, Leilua. Valentine Holmes, he gets rid of Holmes, gets rid of Leilua, and he just wills his way. He beat some good players there. Valentine Holmes. And Leilua, he just bumps him off, just wanted it more. I think there might have been a head clash there. Is that a day out? The skipper.
He's just too hard and fit for them. He's relentless. You need all that Mike spirit.
Radley, Teddy, he's got support. It goes away to Hugo Zavala. What a moment for him. Oh, it's a
watch this for skill. Victor Radley will get the ball early. He'll straighten, and there's a little dummy which gets the defender second-guessing. Harvey Norman replay. Watch this from Radley. Looks, dummies in, gets through the line, and then offloads through the line. Who else? Tedesco and Savala. He's had a really strong game, the halfback. First try. Watch this. Look at this camera work. Dummy, holds Flanagan, gets into space, surges through the space, and then finds a path that is pretty special there from Victor. Send him home happy. Freddie, we speak about this.
Oh, yeah.
Send him home happy.
Mate, all the eastern suburbs crowd just on the western side.
Docker Clay to dummy half. Good field position here for the Tricolours. Oh, good hand, Savala. Wong, what about that for the flick pass? Tedesco, he's got support. Toya! What a try! Oh, there's a few magic tricks there from the Roosters, and they score first.
Yeah, there's a bit in this one, Salty. All started with their lock forward, Victor Radley. Just watch how straight he plays, preserves the space out wide. Harvey Norman replay. Victor Radley, the number 13, plays super straight, and then there's space outside for the rest of them. That's a flick pass and a half, that one. Siwa Wong. Tedesco, he remains patient, and then Toya. Hasn't he had a season, this kid? Young Brisbane boy, playing in front of friends and family, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we've seen Robert Toya coming for many seasons. His career's been frustrated with severe injuries, 3 or 4 years in a row.
Off the back of a great performance on Anzac Day. White, the Fahu White, oh, he's powerful. Stands in the tackle, fights with the defenders. Docker Clay, short ball, Radley gets there. The Roosters get their second through Victor.
Well, this is what you call ruck awareness. Sensing there's going to be a quick play of the ball and there's an opportunity for the dummy half to bounce out against retreating defence.
Fino Fuiaki did well in the end. Nichols came in to help out. Docker Clay. Now Radley. Here's Savala. Tedesco. Oh, what a pass. Toya Nwanganita Wase. He's in the corner. This is special from the Roosters.
If he got this down, he's a freak. I can't believe he's got this down. Wonderful football. Hugo Savala, what's his line here? Harvey Norman replay out, across, straightens up. Tedesco straightens off Toya. Brilliant.
An ideal attacking platform here for the Roosters. Watson feeds the scrum. Docker Clay at the back of it. Goes to Savala. Late pass there to Tedesco. And Mark Nwanganita-Wase has a double. Beautifully worked move from the Roosters once again. And they extend their lead out to 10.
Yeah, they swing late here, the Roosters. Savala and Tedesco. Harvey Norman replay. You see the 6 and the 7 and 1 standing behind the scrum. Now it's 4v3. Plays nice and straight. Savala goes deep into the line. And Jack Bostock, he just stays in his position. Herbie Farnworth, he gets dragged in, the number 4 for the Dolphins. He gets dragged in by a beautifully timed run by Robert Toya. And Tedesco, well, that's as easy as it comes for him. Nwanganita-Wase.
Since Grant Atkins, if he made to play it. Nwanganita-Wase goes to Savala. Savala with a kick. Oh, beautiful. Magnificent kick. Went short purposefully. It's sat up for Radley. Radley gets his second try of the night. And the Roosters on fire early in the second half.
Well, it was great reaction by Victor Radley. The play wasn't for him. It was between Savala and Tedesco. You see here, the right-hand fend by Siwa Wong. He gets awfully close. And just watch Tedesco call for this ball on the high shot. Harvey Norman replay. He's the widest runner there. He gets checked.
Billy Smith to Tupou. Tupou over the halfway line. Here goes Tupou. Inside ball. Watson. Another magical try from the Roosters. They are on fire. Connor Watson with the 4-pointer.
They're just gaining in confidence with every moment. With every week and then every moment. Wow, what a start to the second half. What a response to what we saw at the back end of the first half. Leading 14-0, going into the break 14-8. You'd be thinking, gee whiz, you know, maybe we're in trouble here. Well, they've extracted a response, and on the Harvey Norman replay, attacking from their own side of halfway, out and around them. There's plenty of support play, plenty of Roosters backing up on the inside. And come up with yet another try. That's been a devastating.
Wrapped up by Gilbert. Big moments late in the game. Savala. Now Watson. Toya! Yes, he's in again. This youngster, Robert Toya.
Well, in case you didn't believe me the first 4 times I've said it, I'll say it again. He is a real talent, this boy. He breaks tackles. He makes things happen. Harvey Norman replay. Tedesco again out of the backfield. What a storming game he's had. Puts the Roosters back on the attack. Positivity in it. Watch Robert Toya. What's he going to do here when he gets
Tedesco, now Nafahu White. Marnie around the legs. We know how good this Bulldogs defensive wall is, but the Roosters are asking questions. Tedesco to Nwanga Nitawase. He stretches out, and that's 9 games in a row in which the Roosters have scored the first try.
Yeah, Mark Nwanga Nitawase, he gets the try. But put this one down to their captain, James Tedesco. Harvey Norman replay. Watch the hands here. James Tedesco to Marky Mark. And he does a lot of work to do to get over the try line, but he doubled up on his play there, James Tedesco. He put White through a hole. That created the quick play the ball, and doubled up, got out wider. Beautiful hands to Nwanga Nitawase, and he opens up the scoring.
They're about to bash the door down here, or at least try to, but it's reinforced this Bulldogs door at the moment. Collins, he's over! On the return from injury, Lindsay Collins has done just that, cracked through the Dogs' defence. 12-0, maybe 14-0 coming up.
He's a try scorer, Lindsay Collins. We've seen it at origin level, club level, in the biggest games. He just knows how to score him. Harvey Norman replay. Docker Clay gets out. Little short pass there, and he gets him into space. They find
Centre of the 30-metre line, played by Nafahu White. Radley, Savala, Tedesco. Cut out Toya. Went to Nwanga Nitawase, who tiptoes down the wing and kicks ahead. And regathers to score a miracle try. Did it hit the line?
I thought it landed out.
Did the ball hit the line? Or is this a candidate for try of the year?
no way. Surely not. I thought it bounced out.
I thought it bounced in row 3.
Well, our cameramen,
Maybe not.
they'll get it. Harvey Norman replay. Beautiful play. Great pass. Tedesco.
Oh, no. It's a try. We need glasses, Joey.
No way.
What about this?
Mate,
No.
let's try the decade.
No way.
That is beyond freakish.
He hops to keep his foot.
What a play.
That's one of the best tries of all time.
Ever.
Can we see where he gets the ball? He actually hops on his left foot, so his right foot doesn't touch the ground. Watch this awareness. Watch his left foot. His right foot's about to go down, and he'll get it, and he'll hop.
Roosters here closing in. 1 tackle left. Tedesco on the right, but it goes to Savala.
Good ball.
Attacking Hidoni. Oh, what a catch! What a put down! What a try from the veteran, Daniel Tupou! All over Moeni Hiroti. This has been a sublime start from the Roosters.
Boy, full of enthusiasm and energetic, this Roosters side. Nice work there throughout the set from Yoelu on debut, the dummy half. Found Tedesco down the short side, then linking up over there with Savala. Perfect kick on the Harvey Norman replay for Daniel Tupou. And you look at the back line tonight, and while there's a lot of stars missing, you just knew there was going to be a performance from their leaders.
Radley, he's been good, Radley. And now we get to what is already a very important play in the context of this game. Savala, can he do it again? He goes for Tupou. He gets Tupou, and Tupou's in. It's deja vu. though, this time with just a little more to do. Gets a double. This is an extraordinary start.
That's ridiculous. It is identical to the first one, even the work at dummy half from Yoelu. The little feint to the right-hand side to Sandon Smith, going back across to Savala. Look at that, there it is. Moves the markers. Savala just steadies.
Now forever a first grader. Oh, the Wanganita was has wiped out, but he got it onto Young, the inside pass to Desco. Razzle dazzle! It's a Roosters try! Savala goes in! Sensational! The Wanganita was just ironed out, but it was his pass that got the ball rolling. What about that from the tricolours?
Boy, what a right-hand side raid. The class of Nwanganitawasi. Tedesco, brilliant, has been all season. There he is venturing down there. Great work from, oh boy, that's a big shot. We'll have a look at that again. Young did well. Boy, the pass there from Tedesco was class. The flick.
On the final tackle, Savala kicks high, this time towards Young territory. Nwanganitawase as well, comes to mark Nwanganitawase, and he's over. His customary try, Nwanganitawase. Looked like it was lost forward by a shark. It's going up as a try, and the Roosters on the board first in this second half.
Well, after an error from William Kennedy a couple of moments ago, the Roosters have taken full opportunity, and again it's off the right boot of Hugo Savala. Let's have a look at the Harvey Norman replay. Beautiful tap on there. That started the raid down the left-hand side. Tupou going close, and then two passes wide. Smith to Savala, brings the line forward, kicks across. So big and athletic up in the air. Nwanganitawase and Young. Mulatalo unable to come down with the footy. And like we saw in the first half, the kicking game of Savala.
Sandon Smith putting it up. Here comes Tupou. This time it's hit on here. Tupou bats it back. He's found Radley. Radley close. That gets it on! The kid's done it on debut! The Va'as go berserk! Xavier Va'a scores! He just ended the game! Well, Joas Papali last night. And this youngster goes even better. He scores almost immediately.
Again, it's the kicking game of the Roosters that's just caused havoc here tonight. Daniel Tupou again up in the air. This is beautiful. Look, the young man, his first touch was a beauty. He rolled onto the field and just demanded the footy.
And then another bye. So it's there for them, the Roosters, if they're good enough. Speaking of there, steaming down the middle, onto Tedesco, and he's over and scores. Tedesco gets in, and the Roosters can now celebrate a fantastic win. Another win against the odds. A win against a serious premiership contender when so many of their squad are missing. The kids of the Roosters have delivered again.
Boy, he's having a season, James Tedesco. And again, it's the work I said. I've loved his work out of dummy half. Yoelu found Blake Stoop, who's been terrific. And James Tedesco on a special night for the club, special night for Victor Radley, his 150th game. The captain has led from the front. His second half has been superb. Steep
and bursting through the hands of Wong. Play on. Steep. Nwanganitawase even flat-footed. You knew he had something. On to Young. Young scores. Roosters finish with an exclamation point, and Nwanganitawase is a joke. That's unbelievable. He just stood there. It was touch football. And he creates a try.
42 points the Roosters have put on here in Gosford. And some of the work tonight from their right centre again, you just marvel at. Nwanganitawase, watch this, nothing on. Kaoliro, one of the elite centres in the competition, just dances with him. The flick pass audacious. And Dominic Young, the beneficiary. The work, this will show it beautifully.
To cap off the perfect set, the Roosters, Smith to kick across field, looking for Marky Mark. Here he comes! Oh, that is absolutely wonderful rugby league! That is a set that is worthy of 11 out of 10. The finish was even better.
Oh, what a spectacular athlete Mark Nwanganitawase is. He scored some incredible tries this year. The kick was on the spot, and it all started with him and Robert Toyer up the other end of the field, going down that right sideline with a flick pass, and then Sandon Smith puts it on the spot for the Harvey Norman replay. Wow. He just launches himself up in the air over the top of Tamale. Not much he could do at all. He is... Oh, hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
Uh-oh. Shoat in front. Straight runner. Great offload. Savala, great offload. Tedesco scores. Roosters 2 tries tonight have been a touch spectacular. Wow. Trent Robinson's Roosters can turn on a show.
Well, there was a couple of great passes in that movement, but it was a miracle take from James Tedesco. I don't know how he hung on to that ball. Angus Crichton pops it out. They've been good at rushing. Well, he did touch the ball. I don't know whether he played at it, but he certainly a Canberra hand. And Egan Butcher's been great since he's been on. Hugo Savala, watch that pass. Tedesco.
He can fold a fitted sheet. Billy Smith away to Tupou. Savage chasing. Savage catches Tupou, who can't get over the line. Oh. Now he can. He waited until Monday to put the ball down over the line. I have never seen a finish to a try like that ever. Full stop.
He's done a couple of things tonight that he hasn't done, I don't think he's ever done in his career, and he's 280 games into his career. He was waiting until Ash Klein said, yes, you can go. He thought he was tackled, and he thought he didn't want to give away a penalty. What about the run from James Tedesco, though? 1, 2, 3, 4. Raiders beaten. A fifth in Ethan Sanders beaten. Ethan Strange has to make the tackle. They then shift it left. Great play here from Sandon Smith. Just runs the ball. Billy Smith draws Xavier Savage. Savage can run and runs him down.
Watson, play on, overlap. It's a 5-on-2. Out it comes. Toyer now for the corner. Ankle tap. Still with Toyer. Goes over. Game still alive. Roosters score. What a sport this is, the best ever.
He is a magician on his feet, Robert Toyer. That's why he's playing Origin. Just watch the work from him here. Bradley, Fichetti, Egan Butcher out to that man, Robert Toyer. Look at that. Wow, what a step he put on after he hit the ground. That is terrific stuff. Sandon Smith putting the ball up. They got a result, Connor Watson. They just knew they had numbers out to the right. But it took the brilliance of Robert Toyer. Hits the ground, gone. Kyo Weeks just beat him. Ends up on the ground trying to tackle him. It'll look better right here.
Got the play to Tedesco, pops the ball away. Gives it to Fichetti, striding out, runs to Hunt, runs past him, still going. Celeste Fichetti
is he
looking like Brad Fittler.
Yeah, Fichetti, what a pass there from Tedesco.
What a step he put on as he came towards the fullback. It has flared up here, but he's the player who's taken over on the edge for Egan Butcher, and it looks like he scored the first try of his NRL career to keep the Roosters alive in this game.
Yeah, Fichetti, what about the run there? Straight away, it was a beautiful pass. Tedesco, ball playing at the line, gets the ball away. He had plenty to do too. They've rewarded the try. Newcastle might have thought that they held him up for Harvey Norman here. Fichetti goes straight through. Look at the speed, footwork, keeps his feet. There's the tackle. Yes, gets it down. Well done.
Oh, Freddie. Eat your heart out. Watch just outside the 10. Second last play in this set. Tedesco will kick. Ad-lib. Wong chasing through. Siwa Wong won the race. He got there first. The referee waiting for a call. He says try.
Well, can you believe it? Wong with a great chase through. Gee, you got some speed. How athletic are their forwards? Young forwards, good chase through. I think it's James Tedesco that puts the grubber kick through. All the skills, Tedesco. He was a man that offloaded the ball. a little bit earlier to set the try up. They're jostling, can't get there quick enough. No, has he lost that?
If it doesn't touch his hand on the way through, he forces the ball with his forearm. Does he touch it initially?
They've already given it.
We'll wait to see what the bunker says, though, as watch it again from this angle. Contact with his wrist there, but the wrist never leaves the ball, and he plants it down. I can't see a problem with it.
No, I think it's a try. He's forced it with his forearm here.
I couldn't see the ball leaving contact with his wrist or forearm before he actually forced it into the turf here, sliding across the dead ball line. Try is confirmed. The Roosters.
Gap closed. A fresh set. Foketi. Oh, lovely. The middle forwards combine. And Lindsay Collins crashes over. One of the Queensland Origin heroes back with his club.
Well, the pass was just a little bit behind Collins, but the fact that he was moving quick, he was charging onto the ball here, into the space. Isuzu MUX replay. He didn't know whether he was going to get it or not, and last minute, and just popped into his left hand and went through the space and over for the first four-pointer, Joey.
Well, Foketi against the Knights, he ran and stepped like Brad Fittler. Now he's ball playing like Brad Fittler. Looking long, playing short. Freddie, have you been training this young man?
It's frightening what these middle players can do. We watched Josh Papali'i put on a try for
Tedesco backing up as always. And he couldn't link with Savala. Cowboys scrambling. Which way's Uelu go? Now he goes left. They test out Burns. Kick looks beautiful. Perfect for Billy Smith. And the Cowboys crack.
Well, it had to come. They've been under all sorts of pressure, the Cowboys. 7-tackle restart. They rolled down the field on the back of a great charge by White. Isuzu MUX replay, and this is beautiful from Sandon Smith. Rushing defence and just gets it in behind. And Billy Smith, he goes over.
Speedy Siwa Wong is done for the afternoon. Unfortunately, he has done his medial.
Oh, what a bounce! Bobby T, he's got support. Connor Watson will score, and the kick from Uelu, intended to be a 40-20, turns into 6 points.
Well, it was an awkward kick out of dummy half early in the tackle count, and this is what I'm talking about, Robert Toyer. Mature beyond his years, he just gets on his bike. Isuzu MUX replay, doesn't even know the kick's coming, but he's the one that reacts. Runs past a couple of Cowboys, and then gets the ball, gives it to Connor Watson. And the Roosters, they go back to back. Uelu, he kicks out a dummy half, looking for a 40-20.
Tedesco, short ball. Oh, beautiful. Savala backing up. Not much support for him. Ducks under a tackle. Now he finds support. Billy Smith out of the tackle and over. What an effort from Billy Smith. He gets his second.
Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, it creates fatigue in your team as well. And the Roosters, it was James Tedesco who jumped up in the first receiver. You said he was everywhere, Joey. Isuzu MUX replay. He puts Steep through a hole. Savala, the other young fella, and gives it to Billy Smith. He bounces off the turf, untackled, and reaches it.
Won the captain's challenge. Dearden. Oh, intercept. Nwanga Nitawase, a thief in the Knights, gets there.
Yeah, Tommy Dearden going down the short side, chasing points. Backs himself, and then Marky Mark, Nwanga Nisawase. It's close enough, isn't it? Isuzu MUX replay. Robert Toyer comes out of the line, and then he puts the big mid out, Marky Mark, and then shows his athleticism. Big play, big play.
Well, he's patient, Joey. He was on his own out there, 2-on-1, and he was patient. He's a big man.
Go and have a go, Bill.
They know teammates are going to be backing up. Here's Steep again for Crichton. Made space for Sandon Smith. They want to kick through the legs. Tedesco. Try saver. No, he gets there. Desperate effort from Labert. It's one of the tries of the year. No wonder they're loving it, the tricolours.
Great footy. Great footy. Nearly every Rooster got a touch. And Sandon Smith, he's still down in back play, holding a leg. But the offloads, they keep turning up, the Roosters. Started in their own half. Isuzu MUX replay, offload. Crichton, Smith, he still stays down after that tackle. And then guess who's there? James Tedesco to finish it off.
I don't understand why.
Another pass hits the deck. Yawelu, what's he thinking? Little kick to the outside. Tupou called for it. Chance. Oh, that's brilliant. This young kid in his 4th game of footy put it on a dime for the veteran winger.
That's the Harlan Globetrotters. Offloading, throwing it out there. You know what? And the ball's going to hand, and then Yoello. He just stands up and just kicks to the corner. Isuzu MUX replay. Gets the ball, looks up, and then just goes over the top. Yoello, he is on fire. Is that close?
Young Benaya. I'll tell you what he has got. He's got vision. The execution of...
Toya kicks, and it might get away from Savala. Oh, he flicked it back in. Nwanga Nitawase for the corner. He gets there, does he? The Harlem Globetrotters eat your heart out.
Wow. What a try. In 75 minutes of action, and the Roosters pull that one out. Marky Nwanga Nitawase. Isuzu MUX replay. Great hands by Toya. He just gets going, Marky. And Tom Dearden, he makes a tackle, but he gets to his feet. Tedesco back to Toya. And then this is a great little save here by Savala. And then Marky Mark, he just takes on Drinkwater in the corner.
Is his feet stay in?
Well, he was in row 4 after Dearden tackled him. And just watch this. Tackles him over the sideline, on the ground, out of the field of play. Bounces back to his feet.
Last tackle. It's going to be Tupou v Staines if they get it right here. The Roosters with a kick. It's there for Savala. He'll look for Tupou. Here he comes. He's done it! Tupou is too good. Little Roosters try celebration. The tries off the kicks. To think people have the audacity to say they're not worth the 4 points. I'll pay double to see that every week.
Boy, that was absolutely brilliant. Tupou at his absolute aerial best. Great kick from Savala on the spot. And Daniel Tupou, well, he came here this afternoon and he was level with one of the greats of the game, Mark Gasnier. 21 tries from 15 games against the Tigers. And Daniel...
Step off the right, takes him inside that Westpac red zone. Docker Clay, Savala, Tedesco on the fingertips. Nowhere to go. Marky Mark, nowhere to go, and he still gets there! Nwanga Nitawase with his own form of magic. He can be an unstoppable force. He had no right to score there, but he did.
Boy, he's special, this bloke. Nwanga Nitawase. Just on the stroke of half-time, Savala linking up with Tedesco. There's absolutely nothing on. Just shrugs off Lauliti, gets rid of Fainu. That's incredible from Mark Nwanga Nitawase. The ability to be able to move and power his way through 4 Tigers defenders. That is an enormous play from the rugby convert on the stroke of half-time. The Tigers, after jumping out to a 20-0 lead, now finished up.
4 tackles. Butcher, by the way, has passed his HIA, so he's available to come back on. Roosters, broadside. Now they've got their opportunity again. Rodwell with it. Back inside. Here they come. Savala scores. Lovely attacking rush by the Roosters. Savala's got somewhat of a post-try celebration. I'll give it a 2, but at least he had a go.
Yeah, beautiful work down the right-hand side from the Roosters. James Tedesco, all class. They've been testing them down there when they've had opportunities. They leave themselves short. And you can see there Skelton just off the end of the line, rushing in.
Docker play to Smith. They're pointing go right. Savala gets it there. Roberts Barkey Mark got forward this time. He's done it again! Good things happen around him. In fact, better than good, great things happen around him. Twice today has got it his own and done it.
Yeah, there you go. Nwanga just getting the ball. Just give him an opportunity one-on-one. Watch the turn of speed and the balance and the evasion here on Luke Laulea. He just goes bang, bang, the double skip, and just turns the Tigers inside out. Mark Nwanga. Boy, what a start.
They're on the Tigers line. Last tackle play. Docker Clay out the back. Smith with it. Further along. Ethan King fires it to Tedesco. He scores for the Roosters with 20 seconds on the clock. He says, we don't want the shot. We don't want the shot. Let's go straight back for a kickoff.
James! Watson now waiting. Radley in the headgear. Walker on. Tedesco to Billy Smith. The flick past the Tupou. That is slick. That is the Roosters at their best. And that is an ominous start. Roosters score with their first chance.
Well, you talk about Victor Radley coming back into the side, the ball player in the middle third of the field. They get the numbers on the outside there. And that's a training run after the error there from Sully. The long pass there from Victor Radley. Catch and pass. Geez, added that to his game, hasn't he, Tedesco? And that's an easy try. Far too easy there. Early in the game. A little bit of ball watching there from the St George Illawarra side. And Sloane caught in field. Yeah, Tupou gets the first try.
Centering the ball here. Corner wants a piece of it on the right, but it's coming the other way. Savala linking up with Walker. Now to Tedesco. Out it goes to Smith. Will they do it again? You bet they will. Too easy. Daniel Tupou, an early double. Oh, this is an early shootout here at Cogra.
Yeah, that was too easy for the Roosters. Exactly the same play, exactly the same shape and setup. And the Dragons need to fix their right edge defence because the Roosters will be coming there all night. There's the little trick shot from the scrum. Didn't quite get there. Nwanga flicks it back infield. That's a good play as well because he was heading into the fifth row. And then this is
thrown to the ground by Sloane. Strong tackle. Smith stays in. Final play. The pinpoint boot of Savala, but under pressure from Laurie. Toia up above them. Magnificent. Robert Toia. His week just gets better and better.
Oh, it certainly does, Dan. How high did he leap there to get that football? He plucked it out of the air. The kick across field was always the one, and he chased it, and he wanted it the most. And he leapt up and grabbed it out of the air and slams it down. Brilliant try from the Roosters.
Now, I'll tell you what was good here. Savala with the crossfield kick. Have a look at that. The pressure he has put under. Kept his nerve. Great take there by Toia. Let's have a look at the pressures he's on. Nice and calm. Pinpoint accuracy. Just snaps it out of the air and Toya's in.
Yeah.
There's one left here. Tedesco just behind play. Now veering to the left. That's where Walker is as well. Walker gives it to Billy Smith and it just opens up. Billy Smith is in. And the Roosters score first in this second half.
Oh, the pass from Walker was key to the movement. He delayed it. They thought he was going to play out the back, but he went short. And he mesmerised the Dragons' defence there. Just have a look at this replay here. Walker gets it on short side. He looks like he's playing at the back. Play short. The hole opened up. And the try was scored.
Yeah, look at
Blake Lowry, wasn't it, blocked?
Yeah, look at the dummy half work there from Watson. Looks like he was going to go the long side. Goes back up the short side. Look at him, looking the other way. Just got him, caught him napping. It's a beautiful pass here, but this is a skill this kid's got. Sewer gets caught in the seat. Smith, who started.
Finally dragged down. Last play. Tedesco wants it. Gets it on Radley. Game over. Victor Radley looks for the camera. Celebrates in style. And he's put a dent in the thing. He's a happy boy, and the Roosters, with an easy kick to come, should be ahead by enough now.
Well, I want to find out after the game what that was all about. Was that a celebration?
I think it was, Block. It was great play, though, for the Roosters, from their leaders as well, wanting the ball late in the game. Tedesco takes it up.
What a pass.
Knows he can see the space on the outside, and Radley, well, is known for his defence, but also his line running close to the line. And Victor, the inflictor, does the work with the ball.
With his opportunities.
Last tackle, Roosters. After that resumption, Walker will look for Tupou. How many times have you seen that? The flying Daniel Tupou. Age will not weary him. Try number 175 of his career. This is special, boys. This is special. Now, the deception to go one way to the other. Teams are so good at escorting our catches off the ball these days. That little deception around the ruck buys Tupou a little bit more time to get up and get over for this. It's a small gesture out of dummy half, but buys a little bit of time to make that climb and collect. And what a try. Walker double pump. Quick hands along from Butcher to Tupou. Butcher as an makeshift centre. Here come the Roosters. Walker back to Tedesco. Talk about tries against the run of play. And an amazing cameo played in this by the number 16, Egan Butcher, in the centres for the Roosters.
Boy, it was a piece of skill from Egan Butcher. And we said it was a moment where they needed some leadership, and it was Tedesco that stood up. Great ball out to the left-hand side. Great skill there from Butcher. Tupou, incredible offload to Walker, and there's Tedesco, stamping his authority on the game. There was a moment downfield, the Sharks flying, a pressure pass from Hines. And the moment they get a turnover, the Roosters, 6.5 minutes before half-time, it's some of their...
Townsend's the kicker. He's sending the Wangari to us on the run. Militalo there, it's batted back. Big time, right in front of the post. Play on, Roosters. Big chance. Still the last tackle. And over they go. Angus Crichton scores for the Roosters.
Well, you said scheming down that left-hand side. Little Sammy Walker just cuts hard off that left foot. Marker pressure. Finds Chad Townsend, his halves partner. And all the kicking tonight's gone towards Tupou. Well, on the odd occasion, when they've come to marky mark, there's things that happen. And we've seen it all season. There's Nwanga Nitawasi. Just gets around the work from Talakai, who just tried to run him off his line. Watson scoops up, hands back to big Angus Crichton. We know what damage Angus can do and how important he is to this side. But put that down to the effort, the sheer desire of Mark Nwanga-Nitawasi.
And important to note there on the Harvey Norman replay, knock back and bounce forward, that's play on.
It's fine.
It's play on, Vossi. Again, Sammy Walker, like, majority of us, you're just going to kick that ball to the corner. Percentage play, boys, just look to contain.
I'm going to get you to call a game from up there in the next couple of weeks.
From the back of the scrum, Sanders Smith, Tedesco with a gorgeous tap on, and Tupou draws level with Brett Morris now in fifth spot all time. What a sizzling start for the Roosters.
Yeah, on the back of a penalty and a couple of 6 to goes, they get some field position. Geez, they look on tonight, the Chooks. In particular, their skipper, Tedesco. Harvey Norman replay, out the back. Kane Bradley rushes, just a little tip on. And JT, in these conditions, the slippery conditions, that's a pass.
It certainly is by James Tedesco, one of the best in the business. Notice with the Storm, their line speed hasn't been...
In the defence of Xavier Coates, 8 metres from Melbourne's line now. Smith, Walker. It'll come down near the goal line. It's out towards Tupou. He's up, he's over. It's a try. It's his second. It's one of his best. What a catch. He flew through the air.
What a great target he is. And the timing to get up, beautiful kick. Yeah, Sammy Walker just lands right on the spot. Harvey Norman replay. Look at this kick. And watch Tupou, times it and just gets up. I actually saw in the pre-game Nick Davis, Sydney Swans AFL great. He does a lot of work with the Swans. Probably Freddie will fill us in more, but he must be doing a lot of catching there with Anthony too.
Wraps up the ball. Walker kicks high towards the other side of the ground. Ball's on the deck. Roosters have got a try from a spilt ball.
6-4, Bucky.
It's Siwa Wong. He's only been out there for a handful of minutes and we haven't seen him for a few weeks, but he's on the try scorers list.
Well, once again, it's the second try off a kick from Sammy Walker. This time he lands it on the spot again. Harvey Norman replay. Getting pressured, he still lands it on the spot, Sam. Gets up, they compete for the ball goes backwards. Siwa Wong.
Not early. Last one, go.
Walker with a kick that comes down right on the money again. It's a Rooster catch. They got a third from a kick. It's Lindsay Collins this time.
He's a try scorer, especially in the air. He can jag a try in the edges. He's happy. But he's always there on kick chase. Harvey Norman replay once again. The third try of a Sammy Walker kick. Lands it right on the spot. And then Lindsay Collins. What? Seen him do that a few times.
At Adelaide Oval, he did that.
Oh, that's
jumped over James Tedesco and offloaded to Cam Munster. Lindsay Collins, he played.
The Roosters with a chance here, just outside the 20. Walker with a kick. Nwanga Tuasi infield trying to chase. So's Tedesco. Up they fly. Ball goes back. Picked up by Docker Clay. Dodges the defence. And the Roosters are going to grab the lead back. What an incredible game. 28 all and a kick from in front.
We're talking about Sammy Walker standing up. Gets the ball in his hands on the fifth tackle.
Oh, it's heady onside
Tedesco.
here. Harvey Norman replay. We'll have a look at this one, JT. I think he might be offside.
I think he is offside, the skipper. Oh, you just can't get that wrong, Teddy. Mark Nwanga competes for it. Docker Clay scores the try.
Tackle. Jerry Evans. Roosters closing in. Walker rolls it in. Smith! It's a try! It's the Roosters getting over. They earn that with their defence. Billy Smith scoring into the win. The Roosters tie it up.
How quickly things turn around. We were just talking about the possession that was in Manly's favour. They just couldn't grab that second try. Tom Trbojevic again sweeping from the right to the left. Nwanga Tuasi, a great tackle. The ball popped up. Robert Toya runs 30 or 40. They then head left and make a big inroad in the Manly defence. They get down this end of set, restart Sam Walker at the beginning of the set. First tap.
Tedesco breaks them open. Radley's on his right. Here goes Walker on the left. Gets up and goes again. Oh, this could be outrageous. The kick. Tupou takes it, but he's still 10 metres short. Oh, it goes to Crichton. This is one of the tries of the year. Unbelievable. The Roosters conjure a miracle play in trying conditions. That is a corker.
But we thought it was amazing that they scored a try. They got themselves out of their own end. It was Sam Walker who grubbered one in for Billy Smith, then off the kick-off set. Just have a look at this. Great offload from Connor Watson to start things. James Tedesco finds some space in behind the Manly line. Picks up Sam Walker. What about this play? Takes the tackle, gets to his feet, kicks across to Daniel Tupou, but the take from Tupou and then the pass. Does it get any better? It doesn't. Angus Crichton. Back-to-back tries for the Roosters. Unbelievable.
Well, it started with their captain, didn't it? Tedesco through the middle.
Last. Tupou with his arm in the air. He wants a high one. But Walker, not sure he can get it there. Up it goes. That's gone backwards. It's Egan Butcher, and he's over for the try.
Number 6 goes backwards and off the
It's
left.
going to be a 4-pointer. It's another Roosters try, and it's Egan Butcher. He's first for the year.
Well, the ball in the air is always a danger in these conditions. They got themselves into a position, as we see on the Harvey Norman replay. Sam Walker puts up a kick. It wasn't that high, but it didn't have to be. and it was Mark the Wanganitawase coming in from the right wing. Just watch the big arm, gets up above everyone else, takes a position ahead of Lehigh Hopewadi, and Egan Butcher able to pick up the ball, the bounce. It was a knockback. The referee called it.
Comes to Walker now on the last play. Here is Savannah kicking out for Wanganitawase. What an athlete he is. He just climbed into the night sky in Brisbane, came down with the Steeden, and it's the Roosters who have first points.
My gosh, he's an athlete. Well, what a great athlete. Mark Wanganitawase, again, another try involvement here from Sam Walker, who moves it to Savala. Savala's kicking game has been pinpoint at times this season, perfectly weighted on the try line. And Wanganitawase arriving, catches right at the top of his jump there. And on the Harvey Norman replay, it's Wanganitawase.
As Collins works it down to just outside the Dolphins 20. Uelu comes across to Savala. Tedesco is there. Toya now keeps it going. Wanganitawase. He has a double. Terrific hands by the Roosters down that right-hand side. And very quickly they lead this 10 points to 0.
Well, a couple of yardage penalties really hurting the Dolphins, and it's the skill on the edges.
You will score for your life. Here is Savala. Walker, Tedesco, Smith shows it. There's some space. The Roosters score 11 versus 11 after the Dolphins did at the other end, and they are still going at it, these two teams.
Tackle 3.
They're after Kurt Donahue. He was there once again. And we get within around about a minute and a half. As far as the sin bin clock is remaining, the Roosters push this out to a 10-point lead.
Yeah, it's a difference between the two sides at the moment. One's got the resilience to defend their goal line, the other doesn't. Every time the Roosters have been down here, they've found points. Radley ball playing through the middle. Nice work from Savala and Walker, and then
2 plays left in this set. Comes to Walker. He goes to Nafahu White. Took some stopping there. Mustafa that got to him. Crash play! Radley goes in. Hit the line like an absolute missile. He would not be stopped, and it's try number 4 for the Roosters.
Absolutely courageous from Victor Radley, charging onto the short ball. It was a great play, the ball from Nafahu White. Really powerful carry, bit of change of direction in the slippery conditions. Here's the work there from Donahue. It looked like he'd stripped the ball from Connor Watson. I thought it was his ball. Then Jared Sutton saying Roosters ball, and in the end, bit of change of direction from Walker.
Off the Dolphin, 6 more tackles for the Roosters. Comes back to White, keeps it going. Tedesco is there, out the back. Savala, he gets across the line. Digging for the turn. The referee thinks he got there. He says try.
Got a knock on Dolphins, coming to tackle 0.
They got the ball back on the flick pass from Smith towards Tupou, and they just kept playing to the whistle from that point on.
They certainly did. Again, a left-hand side raid with Tedesco out there. Ball kept alive from Billy Smith. A little bit of luck, touched by the Dolphins on the way through. Here it is, Savala linking up with Walker, Tedesco, and then just a little touch here from Fino, I think it is. In fact, it was from Asako. Gee, ball went close to the sideline, didn't it? Watch the offloads here from the Roosters. Brilliant from Nafahu White here. Almost a blind offload to Tedesco. Kept it alive. Savala spinning, twisting. Ooh, gee, they'll need to look at this.
He marches them backwards towards the 20. It's been a colossus. Walker gives it to Lenu. Straight through them. Nobody can stop him. Spencer Lenu quietens the crowd in a game in which he has had plenty to say. What a statement right there.
My word, Spencer Lenu, brilliant run here, great footwork and a poor defensive movement here from Kerr. Came up with the error and then just drags himself out of the line here, Kerr. You'll see him just next to the referee, comes off the line. Walker drags him sideways and he just overchases momentarily, opened the space. And it was a rampaging run from Spencer Leniu. He's got himself around Tabuai-Fidow. And just silences the crowd. Spencer Leniu. It's been an eventful first half. Gets rid of Marshall King. Shows great strength and speed to get on the outside of Fini Fuiaki. And Tabuai-Fidow
beats Avarillo. Still going. They picked up from where they left off at half-time. Savala to Walker. Grubbers to Tedesco. Chasing. Teddy is there. He grabs another one. They've piled on 40, and they're almost keeping pace with the clock.
Yeah, again, off the back of a penalty, the Roosters go to work. The work from Rob Toya on Avarillo was absolutely brilliant. The play before generated some momentum. Here it is, the hit. Walker straightening, finding White on the inside. Molo launched. Boy, that's heavy contact. And Fahu White just smiles, embraces the collision. And then Sam Walker, watch this. This is absolutely brilliant. Just off the left foot, he is all class, Sam Walker. And Tedesco, who has been superb tonight. 3 line break assists, 2 try assists, and now a try of his own. Off set pieces, and then also, here's Tedesco again.
With open space in front of him. They won't get to him. Teddy has a double in double quick time. Yes, it's cash money for the Roosters in Brisbane tonight.
My gosh, they are destroying the Dolphins.
It is getting right away from the home side. Watch it again as Tedesco links with Butcher. Puts him through a hole. There to back up again. 2 tries in 3 minutes for the fullback and captain. And they've got 60 or 70 in mind if the Dolphins can't find a bit of starch.
Yeah, the Harvey Norman replay just highlighting the brilliance of James Tedesco. You go back moments ago, it was him chasing the kick, competing with Tabuai-Fidow. And then at the back end of the set, there he is stepping up.
Look down the short side, comes back to Savala. Wanganitawasi with the catch, and they don't tackle him. He gets a hat trick. He's a cock-a-doodle-doo rooster, all right. He brings up the half-century with an easy catch off a kick, and they just fell like 9 pins around him, the Dolphins defenders. Wanganitawasi, 3 tries, and it's 52-6.
Yeah, you've got to be able to give him the opportunity. Just watch Savala. And Tedesco, he just had a little sneaky look down the short side. So too did Walker before finding Savala. And again, the difference between landing it right on the try line to landing it a couple of metres off the try line, to have to bring Nafahu out the collision, he just simply couldn't get there to contest it. Hesitated, and the moment he hesitated...
Off and running, Tedesco again.
Oh, yeah.
Kicked it, don't know that he meant it like that. It sits up for Walker. Now he wants a long ball. Looks infield instead, goes over the top. He fooled everybody. He's an absolute rugby league savant. Sam Walker. He mesmerised them. He hypnotised them. They didn't know where he was going to go, but he knew.
Geez, he's got a bit of Phil Blake. He's got a little bit of Cliffy Lyons. He's got a little bit of Jonathan Thurston. He's just got a bit of magic, this kid. How important has he been? Savala just takes on the line. Look at him looming up on the inside. Great reverse kick from Tedesco. Doesn't panic. Then just watch this. Looks long, no. Looks in, looks out, then just bang over the top. He's brilliant, Walker.
Threads the needle again. Comes out to Tupou, who just backs himself. Now we get an arm free. Smith is there. Taken down by Fione. Quick play the ball. Tedesco out to an unmarked Tupou. It is razzle-dazzle Harlem Globetrotters, Sydney Roosters excellence.
He is mesmerising them, Sam Walker. Just watch the pass as he holds it up, and then just floats it over the top of the right edge of the Dolphins. Sam Walker's toying with them now. There he is, dummies long, drags him into the air, Fiona, and then he comes back to the ground. He knows he's got the height of pass over the top of Tupou. Doesn't panic the veteran. Doesn't try and come up with a miracle play and get it back on the inside to Tedesco. Found Smith, good play the ball from Smith. Had Watson to dummy half.
Fast play the ball, you will do again. Here's Lindsay Collins, can't quite get there. Walker, he kicks for Tupou. He's up, he's over, and he's scoring another one. He joins Steve Menzies in 4th place on the all-time try-scoring list.
Well, it was always going to take Sam Walker to come up with a bit of brilliance. And this stage, it was one of his little dinks. They come over the right-hand side. Everywhere they went on the Harvey Norman replay, they kept going to where there were more defenders. And I always wondered, was this the only way they were going to get a try from Sam Walker and the Tupou combination? I feel like over the last couple of weeks, they're thinking too much, the outside defenders. Crichton actually
couldn't crash his way through. Right on top of the goal line when he played it. Crichton tried to bash his way there. The Roosters have got the ball back off Canterbury hands as the Fahu White has gone over.
Well, once again, the Bulldogs' defence just keeps repelling the Roosters, and it come up with something very unorthodox from across the line. They hit the defence line, trying to go through the front door on the Harvey Norman replay. Angus Crichton straight in at Harry Hayes, pops the ball back, but it comes off Josh Curran. Oh, does it hit Angus Crichton's hand? And now Phil White was just sitting back minding his own business.
Well, Angus Crichton celebrated. Usually the player gives a good indication. I initially thought it went forward, but the reaction of Angus Crichton, I'm going to say he doesn't get a touch on this. No touch. That's play on.
Harry Hayes and Bailey Haywood. And now to Fahu White. He's one-on-one here. He's got to the line. He refused to yield and he powers his way over. The 3rd try for the Roosters.
Now, you mentioned it before, Tomo. Yet to have a rest. Fahu White played the full 40 minutes to start this match. Harvey Norman replay. This is the error from Connor Tracy. Savala just gets so much height, it drifts on him late. Straight through the breadbasket. And they persist. Try line pressure. Walker plays straight. Galvin gets in a good position, but he's got to get his body under the ball here. Just gets pushed off. The ball carrier's trying to get to the try line. You've got to stay between the ball and the ground. Oh, so much power. Gal.
Fahu White has been absolutely outstanding tonight, leading the way in the middle for the Roosters. The only player who's had more runs than him is James Tedesco.
Is there a kick for Tupou coming here? You guessed it. He gets through. He takes it up above the pack. He crashes over for another one. The Roosters could be on track to rattle up another big score at this rate.
Play to your strengths. Sammy Walker. And he's gone to Tupou again. And they've come down with points. What a kick. What a catch. Daniel Tupou. Harvey Norman replay. Here it is. Last tackle. If in doubt, kick it to your main man.
Ensconced inside the top 4 and they've really pulled them apart here. Another chance. Tupou! He might have another one here. He has.
He's coming for you, Billy boy. He's got your photo.
With a target circled around his head.
He wouldn't be the first. What a try. Beautifully executed. They've done this well all night. They've been in sync. Everyone does their job. Harvey Norman replay. Sam Walker. Billy Smith does a wonderful job just to engage Stephen Crichton. And then James Tedesco. Great touch. He's done it all tonight, James Tedesco. He's had 31 carries, 219 metres, and just that polish on the end of the play. Brilliant.
The line from Billy Smith to hold Stevens.
Play here.
Savala's going to go to the air. It's going to guess who? Nawaqanita up he goes. He went up way too early. It still came down with it. Then he found Tedesco. Oh, stop it. That's outrageous. Nawaqanita was up there so early. That's like zero gravity for the former rugby man.
Gee, it's a cruel game. It is a cruel game. Addo-Carr came up with a superb read. Only moments ago, they only had 2 defenders, and he jammed in ridiculously from miles out to shut the play down. This time they go across Zavala, though. Isolate Addo-Carr with the incredible athlete Nawaqanita, who just flies high into the air. He has delivered some incredible moments. What a catch it was, and the awareness, water polo-like, just to hold it in the right hand, waving it around until he sights his target. Watch this. 2 hands into one.
Radley will jink. Now Tedesco, the floating pass. Addo-Carr stumbles. Nawaqanita, flick pass. Toya is in. It just gets better and better. Mark Nawaqanita. He is a Harlem Globetrotter. It just seems sometimes he does it to show off. Incredible. What a player.
Well, he's an absolute freak, Nawaqanita. There's no one that just has this. No one in our game is thinking this. What a breath of fresh air he's been. Look at this. 3 Parramatta players swarming. How often do you see players just come in and try and protect themselves and stop themselves from going over the sideline when they feel that pressure? Not Mark Nawaqanita. He just loads up the reverse flick pass, Benji Marshall style, and back on the inside. Even Rob Toya couldn't believe it. What a moment from
11 metres away. Here's Sandon Smith. Plays out the back to Zavala. And Tedesco at speed. He didn't pass it off the ground because he kept the arm up, and Marky Mark has he produced another miracle. Has he done it again? The highlights don't stop coming.
You can't keep doing this stuff. You just can't keep doing this stuff. As easy as he makes it look. Harvey Norman replay. Look at this.
Oh, he's the human highlight reel.
Are his legs up? Are his legs up?
Of course they are. FaceTime.
Late night FaceTime. Egan Butcher, he's through. He's got Wong. Siwa Wong sprints away to the line. The Roosters are going to lead the game.
Yeah, straight down Main Street here. Back through the middle. Found some tired Melbourne Storm defenders and just pulled through. Harvey Norman replay. Look at this. Bang. He's back against the grain. Support on the other side. And Wong races away. You don't see that often from the Melbourne Storm.
Well, Egan Butcher was unlucky not to score earlier. Run a very similar line outside in. Committed. He's a footballer. Played plenty of his junior football as a half, as a centre. You can see there with the 2-on-1 with the fullback. Beautiful line.
Inside the 10 once again. Ball played back by Steep. Zavala. Now Tedesco. He goes to Toya. They've got them shot. Marky Mark with another one. The Roosters have stretched this lead. They've got 3 tries out of half-time.
Too good. Too good. They've been running the Melbourne Storm ragged. The Roosters fans that have made the trip here to Melbourne are ecstatic. The coach barking out instructions. They're well on top here. Harvey Norman replay. Been working them over in the middle. And a simple little play out to the right here. Toya finds himself 2-on-1. Able to get it away to Magic Mark. And the Roosters extend their lead. Big goal kick coming up.
Well, that's his 18th try. He now equals Daniel Tupou. Marion Sevi tried to double defend and just slipped. Zavala goes to the line. Watch Tedesco just...
Centre of Amy Park. Smith for Savala, now for Tedesco. Here's Marky Mark again! He's not going to miss. It'll be 3.
Contact on Mark as well.
3 tries for the freak, and the Roosters get another. That's 4 after half-time.
Well, he probably could have stepped back inside and made this easier, but he decided to go with a 3.9 degree of difficulty for the dive. Harvey Norman replay. Again, the same play. Out the back, Tedesco. This time he finds Marky Mark. He just does brilliantly to get the ball down in the corner, and they are stripping the Melbourne Storm all over the field. Down the middle, to the left, to the right. They're in a real rhythm at the moment. And they've got the Storm rattled.
It's Sandon Smith in through the middle of the forwards. Just getting on that little inside shoulder, just holding the defence up. And James Tedesco, this is a part of James Tedesco's game 5-6 years ago.
Lazarus Falepu in 16 made the tackle there. Again through the hands. He's going for 4! The Magic Man, he's unstoppable!
Well, they had them shot, but the little shimmy at the end of this is just beautiful.
Oh, slick.
They've destroyed them, the Roosters. They've absolutely destroyed them in this second half. Harvey Norman replay. There's the intercept by Hugo Savala. Pappenhausen, was it, or
Paps?
Well, it was Munster that came across in cover defence that pulled him up. But this is just beautiful. Again, back to their right-hand side. Outnumbered them comfortably. Beautiful works by Toya. Look at the little shimmy. Stands up Anderson. And in they go again.
Well, Billy mentioned Toya last time, how he held the ball. And his timing was brilliant. This time he had none. He just flicked it on, and it was perfect.
Away to Radley. Now to Steep. He was standing. He was looking for someone to offload to. He goes to ground. Connor Watson, Radley, tried to spin away. He gets it to Marky Mark. He's over for another.
It's Toya. Toya was on the ground. He was actually on the ground. He'd given up. Marky Mark had gone in field. It was over. His 5 tries was over.
One curly head outside back to another. Robert Toya's on the score sheet. It's a carve up in the second half.
He's on the ground. This is a play. He's a fibber. Harvey Norman replay. Geez, he held it well.
Well, the Dragons and the Titans can end some seasons tomorrow. Here they go again.
Savala punching through. Tedesco with a juggle and a regather. He's off for another one. That's 7 second half tries.
That's 21 points now ahead of the Dolphins. Everyone counts.
This is incredible. I mean, this is incredible. I said a few weeks ago, the winner of this premiership is well hidden at the moment. We don't know what's going to happen in September. This could be the most extraordinary final series of all time. Harvey Norman replay, and here's a team fighting for a spot in the 8 that have just absolutely decimated the premiership favourites on their home ground. Absolutely decimated.
He's been setting them up.
Lucky Sean Kepi was there to help. He might have been over Collins. Walker, Savala, Toya, good tackle. Good ball. Nwanga Nitoasa is over for another try. 21 of the season.
It was a great read defensively there by the winger Alex Johnson, but he tackles under the ball. He had to try to wrap that ball up. Harvey Norman replay and come to the right. Beautiful pass here. Johnson goes in, but goes under the ball. He gets the late offload, and who else? Of course he's going to score in that corner.
Yeah, this was what I was talking about with the number 4s. Let's watch Robert Toya here. He's got great touch.
Uelu from the back. Savala now. Tedesco with a quick pass on. It's try number 2 for Nwanga Nitoasa. He's serving it up to Jack Whiten, but he's putting on another display of try-scoring wizardry.
Well, they swing late here, Tedesco and Hugo Savala, and it's 4 on 3. You either got to push early from the scrum to make him play early, well, this time Alex Johnson, he rushes. Harvey Norman replay. They're behind the ruck. They swing late. There's a 4 on 3. And then just beautiful play, catch and pass to Tedesco. And once again, Mark. He's over in the corner. Athlete.
Well, James Tedesco's involved in all parts of the game. Doesn't matter whether he's taking the fifth tackle, quick play the ball before the kick, laying on these passes.
And Blake Steep just on the ground. Tackled right underneath the sticks. Sam Walker, Tedesco, glorious hands. Tupou, he doesn't miss.
This is a pass here from dummy half from Connor Watson. It's a part of his game that can let him down when he's under fatigue, Connor Watson. But have a look at this pass. Harvey Norman replay, an absolute bullet. Gets him on the outside,
Tedesco both sides of the ground, so dangerous. Toya, Tedesco in the backup. Teddy's punching clear.
How's that? Back to back. And in his 100th game as a Rooster, Connor Watson's on the try scorer's sheet.
Well, they're up against 12 men, but they're making it count now. And they've got 1 foot in the door of this 2025 final series, the Roosters. And 20 points to 6, kick to come. That'll make it 22-6. Now, beautiful play on the right-hand side. Harvey Norman replay. Again, the captain's involved. And just watch Robert Toya. Little show to the outside. Gets it back to his captain. And Connor Watson. And he's supporting up the middle of the field. The Chookies are on now.
As he plays his hand well, Hugo Savala. He plays nice and straight. He doesn't go too far into the line to crowd that second wave of attack of Tedesco. He's just a perfect foil for Sam Walker.
Tedesco, Tupou, 41 tries combined between he and the Wanganitawasi this year. It's a pinpoint kick by Walker. He's up. Make it 42!
Stop it.
Well, after they go exploring down the left-hand side, there's one player that you want the footy in their hands, and that's Sam Walker. And he sums it up really quick. Harvey Norman replay. Just go exploring down the left-hand side. That gets shut down. Get the ball to Walker. And he just goes whack. He just puts it up in the Wanganitawasi's area. Wow. That's not fair, is it?
Well, he's getting his frequent flyer points. I think he might be getting them at the end of the year going to England. What we're seeing.
Well, that's his 24th try.
Some room now for Tupou. Down the wing, around the corner. The skipper over the top to Angus Crichton. It's another showstopper.
I think we're going to run out of words for James Tedesco. This was classy. Right at the top. And he pulls this one from the top shelf, James Tedesco. Billy Smith, he's still on the ground. He does a great job to get this ball away. Harvey Norman replay. Just watch Billy Smith get levelled here by Munro. Oh. And then this pass by James Tedesco right behind the Harvey Norman replay sign. This will show it from front on. A one-hand, right-hand flick pass. He's seen his winger do it. Marky marks. And he says, well...
3 away. Watson goes to Walker. Walker, quick hand. Savala. Tedesco to the Wanganitawasi. Yes! He got it down. Another spectacular 4-pointer for our superstar, Mark Wanganitawasi.
Well, they had him covered. They really had him covered. And it's a little stutter step here. A little stutter step that just puts
Hamlin-Wale and Talakai in the tackle. Watson goes to Walker. Walker kicks for Crichton. The ball set up for Angus Crichton. It's a wonderful short kick from Sam Walker. Crichton scores.
Well, there's your magician. There's the magician. The Westpac zone magician. Hugo Zavala steady. Eddie, Harvey Norman replay. Here's your magician. That's brilliant. Shapes the pass off the left foot, feathers it into the in goal. Look at that.
Got a great ability to change his mind at the last minute. So many options. He can run, he can pass, or he can even drop it on the non-preferred foot of his left and dribble it in.